Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Well, things are heating up. Ain't that right, Mr. Trifalgar Law?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. Yeah, I'm here live at the Anime Los Angeles convention. I'm here at the Islands across the street getting some food.
Yeah. So which log post did you use to get to the restaurant?
The New World log post, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah.
As it should be. Speaking of New Worlds, let's talk about the one on the other side of the wall. That is Kamen Rider Build, episodes 29 through 34. Yes, this is the Rider Time Archive, and we hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. And a shout out to all y'all at ALA.
Yes, definitely shout outs to everyone for ALA. I saw a lot of Kamen Riders here, surprisingly, a lot of Sentai and Rider cosplayers. I'm like, oh, that's good. Everyone's hyped up for PMC this year, apparently.
Yeah, that's good. I remember one of my favorite photos I took from ALA way back when was when a friend of ours was dressed up as Puto Tira. And there was another guy dressed up as Greed from Full Metal Alchemist. So I had to get a picture of the two of them fighting each other because Greed is a good.
Yeah.
All that's missing is a Wario cosplayer. What are your overall thoughts on this 6-episode batch that we're doing right now?
6 episodes. That was a lot to watch.
Yeah.
But, as always, again, a lot happened in these episodes. There was a lot of our boy Banjo definitely got that was a shocker to me. To realize what is it? Is that real? Is that serious?
Yeah.
And apparently it is. So I was like, wait a minute. So out of everyone in this whole series, everyone's got a story. Banjo just seems so out of place because he was just there.
Yeah.
But now
we know that he literally was just there.
Yeah, he was just there. So I will say the Magma Dragon is actually very cool looking though.
Yeah. I will have to say this, rewatching this cluster of episodes makes me wish that there was a crossover between Cross Z and Vulcan from 01, because I feel like these two characters would really get along.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah. So whenever you deal with the Karen, you definitely need to have your cameras on at all times. And if there's ever a time to learn this lesson, it was definitely in the first of this cluster of episodes because, turns out Sato did not keep their end of the bargain. They're you see, no one saw the fight except us. So it's ours against yours. We won that fight.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised that the Prime Minister of Toto was surprised by that, because it's you did see what he did to Hokuto.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on, Mike. I'm getting a phone call here. Do you mind giving me a minute?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so, but we also find out that with the collected Pandora's box, the Skywall is changing its assembly process. And I have to say, what's even crazier is the fact that Namba pulls a V from V for Vendetta by trying to play Beethoven's Ninth while all this chaos and calamity is going on. And honestly, but I'll say this: I do kind of like how the inferior view of the super. Yeah, it's No, yeah, superior view of this thing is just looks like a giant rose because symbolism does not require subtlety, especially in Kamen Rider. That's a thing. But with all the fighting that's been going on, there's a lot of confusion as to who does what will happen next. Grease was especially upset because he thought he was going to get his farm back from Sato, but so he's like, I have no idea what to do from here. But like in a battle the following morning, he comes to the conclusion, you know what? You've been there for me when other people wouldn't. You may have killed one of my friends, but you were there for me after that. You felt bad, like you were trying to console me when I was grieving. You tried to help me restore my pseudo country, and you even were willing to sacrifice yourself to save my country, even though we ended up failing because freaking Sato are a bunch of cheaters. I feel like truly are my ally, and even though it sucks that my three crows are gone, I will make you an honorary member of my squad because I love you, dude. And it's adorable, because Grease is actually a really sweet guy. He's just really dumb, but he's really sweet. I love how he cares about other people, especially his friends. Like, he even got mad at them for going through that procedure. I felt so bad for them, but of course, eventually things got a little too out of hand. Stark was there, the Funky Bros were there, and our heroes were getting their butts kicked more or less. So thankfully, moving on to the next step is transitioning from episode 29 to 30. That mysterious energy from Misora actually shows up once more, and not only defeats the enemies once more, but it even teleports everyone back to the cafe. And we find out some interesting things here. Firstly, that mysterious entity inside of Misora is called Bernage, and she's the queen of Mars before Mars was destroyed. And she has a cryptic message for Banjo, because apparently he is the destroyer of Mars. He's like, how could I have destroyed Mars if I've never left Earth? What's going on? I'm so confused. What's happening? And she's like, oh wait, you're not him. You just happen to be like him. And she passes out conveniently before she could finish anything. But at least she finished by saying, at least there's hope. We get a hilarious scene where everyone's using these dolls to make jokes. And yes, we even get an LGBT joke because, of course, Sento and Banjo were meant to be, even though Banjo does have his dead ex-girlfriend. Ex because she's dead, not ex because she left him and then, died. No, it's one thing to be a bachelor, it's another to be a widow. Even though as a widow you're technically a bachelor, it's not as fun as being an actual bachelor. Of course, I wouldn't know, but it is what it is. Now, I'll say this though. What's it called? Banjo does find out that when he touched a certain meteorite, it broke open and revealed inside a piece of Sandman from Spider-Man 2. I'm just kidding. No, it's a mysterious full bottle that looks like it's made of obsidian. I have to say, I really like the design on this. Not a fan of that rotating cap because obviously it's made of stone and therefore we're not rotating. But I love how the mold on the rest of the bottle is just so perfectly done. Props to the props department. What's really interesting is that so Sato has control over the box, Pandora's box, and you have Bloodstark in full control over it. Oh, also, which reminds me, the Queen even stated that the main villain's name is Evolt. So that's what Evolt meant. Evolt is the name of the main villain who destroyed Mars and plans on doing the same to Earth. And if it isn't obvious, Bloodstark is actually Evolt. It should be kind of obvious, but in case it isn't. No, man, it's been an exhausting day. Watching these episodes, dealing with a lot of other stuff I had to deal with. I was barely able to get here, and unfortunately, I can't use being at a convention as an excuse because I wasn't. But I will say this though. For the day before this next scene, Sento visits the Prime Minister and asks for $1. It's not actually $1, but as a joke, I'm gonna say, "Hey, brother, mind if I hold $1? Why? Because consider this my resignation payment. I am quitting the Toto military because, low key, if I'm not part of the military, you can't be held responsible for if I try to do anything crazy and or stupid." And that's when the others realize, oh, that's what Sento's doing. So, of course, they rush in, they all transform, they kick a giant robot's butt, and that's when, much like Trafalgar Law trying to get into a punk house side.
My apologies, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so where do we leave off?
We're right here, and turns out that Bloodstark, who's actually evil, can manipulate the walls, floors, and even the background of every room inside the tower. And of course, we got a welcoming committee, naturally.
One moment. All right, can you repeat that, Mike? It was a little bit foggier.
Yeah, so basically, we are at the part where they storm inside the tower.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: what are your thoughts on on the whole revelation that Misora is the Queen of Mars?
That kind of came out of nowhere, especially if you just said like, "I am the Queen of Mars." And I'm like, so was this before like all this happened? Is this an incident though? Like, was she born that way, or was it like because? I mean, we're not sure when the bracelet was put on her, but she said she could never take it off.
Right.
But I'm like, was that something like before you were born? Was that something that was? And I'm like, to say that there's a Queen of Mars, I'm like, well, duh, what? When is there not a Queen of Mars?
Well, we'd have to find that out later on, because the answer to that is from 7 years ago. We're just not going to. Oh, by the way, if you're at Islands, I recommend the Kilauea burger.
We saw the. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to
definitely get the Kilauea. Anywho's, speaking of turning up the heat on things, Banjo uses a new device that
very sick.
Yeah, he uses a new device that Sento created. It won't transform, but he gives the term "burning knuckle" a new meaning.
Yeah, it's literally fiery brass knuckles is what he gave.
yeah. But we do end up finding out that Banjo might not be human.
Yeah, what happened? This show just went completely. Everything has always been a left turn. Now we go to the right. Because other than, I mean, obviously, I kind of just thought, like, well, wait. Misora is definitely something strange, especially with the artifact she has. But the fact that Banjo was born like 2 weeks in 2 weeks.
2 months, I think.
2 months. And it's just like, it reminded me of the movie Species.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, no, I remember Species.
Yeah, it was very, very similar to that, except not a very promiscuous, a very promiscuous, but a very violent one. Banjo's got some anger management going on there.
Yeah, you know, it's also like this one other movie. I forgot which movie it was, but there was also like an accelerated pregnancy in that movie. Oh, that's right, Twilight. That's what it was.
Yeah, Twilight.
It's freaking Twilight. But you know what was the exact opposite of this, though? Porgus the Ace. I don't know how someone can be pregnant for 20 and a half months, but
that's 2 years.
It's almost 2 years.
I wonder why we're breaking up the One Piece references today.
I don't know.
It's so weird.
I don't know. I've noticed that in the last few months, King Oger has been making a lot of One Piece references, and not just because their Gigazord came out the same week as Gear 5.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
But yeah, no, I'm still in the middle of Dressrosa, in case you're wondering. You know, like I just got to the bird game. So here's hoping. But god damn it, like Usopp always has so much rapport with giants. It's crazy. Every single time a giant shows up, they're like, "Yeah, I'm teaming up with Usopp."
Yeah. But so Banjo was an alien. He was an alien, but he was born on Earth. So technically, he is an Earthling.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. It turns out his mom was a security guard that was guarding the Martian probe.
His mom.
Yeah.
Okay, mom.
Yeah, and she ends up dying at birth. I don't know what happened to his dad, but I know that a certain Italian man won't stop taunting him about it. Mr. Fragile over here.
Oh God.
And by the way, in the last few days since we did our last review, I actually did try to do some research on this.
Yeah.
It was definitely an intentional design choice because the motif is that he's a cracked bull bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It still feels weird that he's got that. Like,
yeah, but why is there a caution? A caution sticker on the rider helmet. I don't know why.
But I will say this: I love that at least the figure arts are being consistent with the design. They actually have the thing on the back.
Yeah, that's goals right there.
Yeah. So Banjo does try to fight off a Bloodstark. At the tower in order to get the box, and everyone else is just like struggling with this. Oh, and also Rogue did mention it's like, by the way, Namba, the Prime Minister of Sato is not really Sato. He's actually Namba in disguise. Now I need you to attack me, so it looks like it's like, why are you helping me? Why indeed? I'm still the bad guy right now.
Yeah, that was kind of weird that Rogue just kind of randomly told him that. It's like, what? I know I said in the last couple episodes, like the Prime Minister said that, to Gentoku that, you were once a kind boy, a nice boy,
what happened to you? Could it be that his original state is kind of, with everything that's going on, and maybe a part of him is like, this is wrong, we have to fight back. We have to help in some way.
Right. Yeah. No. It's yeah. No. Like I do find it interesting, and but yeah, it just feels like out of left field. It's like, why are you suddenly helping me out? But it's because it. I mean, we do find out a bit later. It's just the way they do it feels like out of left field. It's kind of like how like Nami like saves Zoro, but then kills Usopp, allegedly. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it reminded me of. And god damn it, I wasn't even trying to do a One Piece reference that time. But yeah, so we finally get to see the new magma full bottle. So crossing magma, oh boy, like the transformation's actually really lit because you got all these magma molten dragon heads that cool off into solid rock, and then they get smashed.
That is possibly the most nebulous thing.
Yeah,
it's what do they call it? It's the molten.
Oh yeah, the giant cauldron, yeah.
Yeah, the giant cauldron. Boom, and like 6 or 8 dragons just all over the place. Just like it's so fucking bad. And like Bongo, you really got to put it in. Would this be like a secondary form, or is this just an upgrade?
I'm not gonna reveal that.
I kind of feel like it's just an upgrade to the base, but a very cool upgrade.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. I mean, while I'm typically not a fan of like orange suits in general, I do love the design of this thing. And yes, I do respect that. Like, yeah, I get it. It's orange because it's magma and stuff. And like, if you're wondering, no, Gain is mostly blue. If we're being honest. It's not like I have like a color prejudice against the color orange. It just happens to be like too bright for me, like very shiny. I like cooler colors.
Right.
Yeah, I like my colors a little more muted. Just personal preference.
Like Rogue. Rogue is actually very cool.
Yeah. Because Rogue is purple. I like purple. Yeah.
I get a blue number.
Yeah. So yeah, we do see so in the next episode we do find out that we're still holding these people hostage. So that's gonna be a thing. But Night Rogue's like, actually, no, I'm actually not cool with you holding people hostage because I thought we were just going to invade the world and unify people. I didn't sign up for hurting civilians. So I'm going to let these people go. And thankfully they do make a run for it. And they do manage to escape to to Toto, where they're finally reunited with Kazumi, who's really happy that they're back. Because this whole time, Kazumi was worried that oh my god, the farmers at my potato farm, I'm so worried about them. What's gonna happen? I'm so scared. But like now, he doesn't have to restrain himself. Just like how Sento no longer has to restrain himself. 4 episodes ago. Yeah. However, it does get a little weird because he still ends up kidnapping his dad anyways.
Very strange, but it's like, but didn't you say that they switched faces?
No. The Prime Minister of Sato switched faces.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, because remember, 28 ended with the Prime Minister of Sato being ambushed by Bloodstar.
Yes.
And Bloodstar kills him and then gives his face to Namba. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and also we get more taunting from Bloodstark. Hey, just
He
so you
is
know,
just
you and I are the same.
he is just being a massive dick in these shows. Bloodstark toward Bonjo. It's like he knows like especially when Bonjo finally did the knuckle, he was like, it's almost there. The ultimate drive. Which what is that? I don't know what
Hazard
that is.
level 5.
Yeah. He's like he is salivating. He is just yes. With that, we're just seeing Bonjo become the molten dragon.
Yeah.
So, what is it? 'Cause- and also just the taunting. The taunting is like next level. Just oh my god, Bloodstar.
Yeah. Look at him, Mister. How could someone this well dressed be a bad guy?
I always said he was a bad guy. I never said he wasn't. I'm like anyone who shops at the Banana Republic is definitely a villain.
That includes you, Kim Possible.
Yeah. Anyone who's shopped at Johnny Was or at H&M. The worst is H&M. Abercrombie.
Oh yeah, like that
definitely.
Long Beach Griffey video where it's like where like they had that T-shirt about like the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah. But
You're dying over there, Mike. What do you know? You know something.
no, it's just that Long Beach Griffey video. I'm just like remembering it. But yeah, but no, it's like we got some serious issues because even though he kidnapped his dad, he's like, by the way, I didn't actually kidnap you. I'm actually playing both sides, so I'm letting you go. But it's like he kind of did a little too soon. But you know what you could have also done? Just not kidnap him in the first place.
I don't know. That seemed kind of weird to me when I saw it too. I was like, wait. So you kidnapped him to let him go, but he was safe sitting in his chair, and yet you took him, had him like right there, and you're like, I'm taking him with me. And then you're just like, okay, you can go. Yeah, no, love you, Dad.
The crazy part is it's like he left just a moment after Sento and Bonjo showed up. Like he could have he could have just said, "Hey, Dark, I got a problem. Remember the movie Incredibles? Yeah, well, I've been monologuing for like a few seconds longer than I planned to. So, yeah, Sento and Bonjo kind of stopped me from kidnapping my dad. I know, I dropped the ball on this one. It's like you could have done that.
Yeah, could have done it.
But of course, it's like it's a hostage exchange. It's like you give me the evil driver, or I will kill the prime minister, and you can't be even so much as a second late, or I will kill him. And of course, they do find out where the driver is. It was inside the chamber all along, and yes, it is revealed that the reason why Katsuragi was brainwashed.
Another four?
Yeah. So the reason why Katsuragi was brainwashed and transmuted wasn't because he wanted to quit Faust, but because he figured out about the evil driver and wanted to get one over Bloodstar. He's like, I'm not having that. And then Toru shows up, and like we've already discussed episode 5 and 6 a couple of times already. So it's like,
very, very bright.
Yeah. Unfortunately, despite the daring rescue attempt, Bloodstark did get his hands on the evil driver, turning him into Kamen Rider Evil. Remember,
Such
kids.
a creative name. Such a very creative Evil. I wonder if he's evil.
Yeah, like remember, kids. Love is evil spelled backwards.
Yeah. Now let's bring it up.
I love Billy and Mandy. Brandis Fiend, but with an R.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and what's really interesting, and Stark even, or rather, Evil does point it out. Uh, yeah, no, I'm gonna kill Gentoku because he's a traitor, but it just so happens that someone got in the way.
Oh god, that killed me.
Yeah.
That was horrible. What? Why?
It's like, what was even the point of the rescue attempt at this point?
I was like, oh my! I actually yelled when I saw that because I was like, the old man is. I mean, the old man's kind of just there. Not gonna lie. And sometimes you kind of wonder, are you are you mad at your son, or are you just upset at him? Are you disappointed at what he?
Yeah. Like, are you are you trying to do an Iroh?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to do? Or are you trying to do a Nigel Powers?
Yeah. It's like you kind of question the whole time, like, does the Prime Minister love Genzo? Because it's his son, obviously. But this one kind of solidified that despite what had been said and done, he did love his son and he wants his son to live.
Yeah,
I yelled at everyone. Oh my god.
You must atone for your sins because I know deep inside you are a good boy, just very misguided.
And
Getsuku's like, I always thought that Daddy wasn't there, but turns out it was I that wasn't there for him.
You're such a dick, Gentoko. Your dad of the year in Kamen Rider series. Dad of the year.
As Piccolo would say, "Oh, your dad's dead. Your dad's dead." Boy, is that fun to say. Your dad's dead.
Oh god, it's so painful. So painful to watch.
Yeah, and we don't even get a moment to breathe because the very next thing that happens, Santo gets poisoned, and like everyone's like trying to figure out what can we do, and of course, Evil, who is practically immune to Bernage at this point, tells Banja, listen, you and I are two halves of the same whole. Just like how the Joker is the tail end of Batman. Now, you don't understand the gravity of the situation, but I will let Sento live and cure his poison if you, as what's it called, the brake gunner from Drive would say, break your body.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the ultimatum. Bring your body over by sundown. And bring some of that B&J with you while you're at it.
There's nothing sexual in that. Bring your body down.
Hey, man, don't forget the golden rule.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. Just like Fight Club, we don't talk about it. Oh, goodness. Again, what a dick. Bloodstar, you're such... God, you are evil. I think... What was the last, legit villain that we, saw in the Kamen Rider series that was this evil? No other... I can't remember. I can't honestly remember. From Kiba up to... Build. I can't remember such a villain being so perfectly.
I mean, Masamune from Kamen Rider X saying his motivations are just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the actor playing him was a metal was a member of a metal band, so of course he's got that riz, but it's what are your intentions exactly? Because they're not quite clear.
No, and that's the thing. I'm like, again, Bloodstock, even though we don't have his full plan yet, he is just pure evil through and through. He's like a cat playing with a mouse, but he's not going to kill the mouse. He's just literally naming it. That's what he's doing throughout this whole thing. He is naming everybody just to reach his goal, which is the goal like that worth it to go through all this? I'm like, he's having fun. He's sadistic, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he realized to play coy. It's like, poor little me. Why would I even want to hurt you? Backstab, backstab, backstab. So Grease and Banjo do try to fight him off, but they're struggling. And of course, Banjo tries to get the last bit of motivation in to get that nice shonen final attack. And when the smoke clears, we see Banjo by himself, and of course we're thinking, oh snap, he did it, like he defeated evil. And then he just turns around, waves his hand, and then Sento's cured of his poison. He's like, see how nice I am? I cured my own enemy, and this is the thanks I get. For the record, I've never seen the movie. I just see a lot of IG posts like using that clip. It's like, all I want is a little respect. And this is the things I get.
Yeah, no, but again, will anyone give Bloodstock any respect or like a thumbs up, especially everything? Bro, you are sadistic. Why would we thank you? It's like,
He really played with your expectations. Like you're thinking, oh, Banjo's there by himself. He's good. Like he defeated evil happily ever after. Nope. Dragon Rider system. Evil.
Yeah.
Stage 2.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, and that's where this cluster of episodes ends.
Yeah, my God. God, what on earth? Again, this all to me it seemed like this cluster of episodes was just one long movie or one long episode. Because again, build as you said, it just keeps going and it keeps connecting so perfectly.
Yeah, there's only only one reset in this cluster of episodes, and that's saying a lot because there is very little to reset from, because we're at war, dude.
Yeah, the stakes are just keep going up and up and up, and I'm shocked.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely surprising, and I'm just loving it. It's damn good. I would have to say, every episode here, except for maybe episode 30, gets a solid 10 for me, and that one gets a 9.
Out of these, you give them a 9.
Because the thing is, not as much stuff happens in that one. It's yes, we do find out that Misora is actually Bernage, and we do get some funny scenes, but it did not quite advance the plot as much, because I feel like if you just change a few lines from the previous episode, you could just skip straight to episode 31.
Right.
Like the scene where the three of them are at the border of the wall, towards the end of the first of the 6 episodes. It's what if the episode just ended with them just jumping through that sleeping hole inside the tower, and then we ended up exactly where we were in episode 31. Yeah, so that's the one thing. But no, I did like that comedy scene with the little dolls. It's dude, this confession of love.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you? What are your thoughts on this episode?
On all of them in general, or just that one?
One at a time, all of them in general, but definitely score them individually.
Again, as I said, these cluster of episodes kind of felt like if it could have been in its own movie. They just connected so perfectly. It's just whether the stakes were really risen or lowered, depending on how it went. Mm-hmm. The fact that Banjo is not human, the fact that Misora, evil finally given an actual form, it just kept going. My God, the loss of the prime minister, that tug at your heartstrings
don't matter who you are, you know. Oh, I did enjoy the doll scene. Also was enjoyable. That was funny, a nice little bit that was going on. But yeah, in everything, I would say from 29 to 30 to 34, it all ranges between like between 8 and 9. As it all just kept going, the stakes kept getting higher and higher and higher now, and especially now leading off that way, Evil has dragon.
Yeah, but it's a weird dragon too. It's like it's a solid color and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Gentoku's character development?
You know, when he was first introduced, he was a real tool. He was just like that serious guy, but as always, how the mighty fall. Because when he lost Night Road and everything he went through to get to this point, it's like, oh no, he's a total dick, but you find out it's kind of like what happened with Vegeta with Dragon Ball Z. It's like he was an asshole in the beginning, but then he's just starting to build on that. And I think that's one of the good best things that why people even still to this day talk about, well, who is officially the second rider? Is it Banjo or is it Gentoko? Because Gentoko kind of had more of a development than Banjo did. When you think of Kamen Riders, and this one has 4, being Bill, being Banjo's Kamen Rider, then there's Grease and Rogue. It's like most people would say that Rogue was definitely the stereotype for a secondary rider. I'm like, yeah, well, he's with his loss and his development. I'm like, we feel for him. You know, maybe, yeah, you're right. Something did change, but maybe something's trying to fight its way back.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, last question. What do you think is going to happen in the next 6 episodes?
We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to watch. I'm excited to watch the next 6 episodes because I'm like, wow with the series. Now I understand why people would talk about it so much. Yeah. I was taken aback of how good Build was when I first watched it because, again, like around episode 4, I'm like, you know what? This is giving me Kabuto vibes. And like I even said when we first reviewed those first 5 episodes, like this is giving me Kabuto vibes, like in all the good ways. But like upon rewatching, I'm like, you know what? Build is a better season than I remember it being. It's like watching the movie Holes as an adult, and you realize that you like this movie more now than you did as a kid. Yeah. Like it's just damn good, and I like look forward to like watching the next cluster of episodes, even though like it is more work on my end, having to like binge watch a bunch of episodes, getting the screenshots in while dealing with everything else. But hey, man, you know, like we're all Spider-Man, so we also do it because we love Tokusatsu. We love the Kamen Riders. This is also a good story. I've recommended it to many people. You know, watch Build. It's really good. I mean, I always said watch those. Build is up there now. For those if you want to start Kamen Rider, watch Build.
Yeah, it was definitely a great season. All right, so let's look at the comments. I love how things are escalating here.
Yeah, definitely. The temperature.
Yeah. Happy weekend, y'all.
You too, Double O.
Yeah.
You too.
Hope ALA was fun for everyone.
ALA was definitely it's not like the old days back at the Marriott in LAX, but it definitely brought back some vibes walking around the Long Beach Convention Center. And I did see a lot of Sentai and Rider cosplayers today. So if you're watching, hi, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Thank you for watching.
So did you have any luck with the ribbon hunt?
A couple.
Okay.
I did get this one with some. Let's see.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's from one of the vendors that sells the gold leaflets of the Sentais, those drawings and those pins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was here, so I was like, we had talked, and he said he's gonna try to be at Pasadena Comic Con, which I'm gonna try to be there myself. But also, I think next week I'll try to head out to Anime Impulse if anyone is willing to go out there.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I remember. Okay, like the first time, I did not get that many ribbons because I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't start collecting them until day 2, and then what's it called? And it started raining, so I lost 2 of my 4 Avatar ribbons. Because like you have to do like some kind of like element-based thing to earn each of those 4. Like I got to do a quiz for airbending. I had to do a firebender I had to do a firebending technique for the fire one, and like for the firebending one, like I did the what's it called? You know, the Azula lightning attack. Because like I wanted to, because like realistically, like you could just throw a punch and call it a firebending move, but like I didn't want to like be like super cheap on that. But I would have to say one of my favorites was this one time where, because I was dressed up in a Tokusatsu cosplay, I got a ribbon from someone that where it's a Zangiak Empire 1 poster. It was a Zangiak Empire 1 poster. And then later on, I meet this Draco Malfoy cosplayer. And normally she would give out her ribbon to like Harry Potter cosplayers. But because I recognize her as being specifically the musical version of Draco, I'm going to Big Fox, Harry! It's all the way to Mars! Have you been to Mars, Potter? She gave it to me anyways, and it was like the very next ribbon after the Zangiak Empire ribbon, and it was perfect because when you read the 2 ribbons one after the other, it says "Wanted, dead or alive, or worse, expect." Honestly, the ribbon hunt is like the most fun part. I remember there was even a Yu Yu Hakusho one, like if you beat the Hiei cosplayer at rock paper scissors.
Yeah. It was so that one was definitely a hard one because he was a pro.
The last time I was there, I got a ribbon line so long it was longer than Tom Baker's scar from Doctor Who.
Thank you.
Okay. Evil was nuts, and I am here for it.
Yes, we're all here for Evil.
Yeah.
We're all here for it.
I actually did feel bad for Gentoku.
Yeah, don't you? You feel bad for him, especially after all that happened to him. Like, I didn't like you that much, Gentoku, but now you lost your daddy.
I wasn't there for Dad. Wasn't there for Dad.
Yeah, isn't that the worst? It's kind of like your dad loved you. He was never disappointed in you.
Yeah. Unlike other characters on the show.
Yeah.
Because like Ethan went and left for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, no, but Gentoku, your dad was there always. He came back with a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 across the board. Nice.
Yes.
I can't wait for the next week because some really good stuff there. Okay.
All right, I'm excited because again, all this is like I'd say it's escalating. It's going up and up and up every time.
I hope Evil stabs Namba in the back. Why not? He stabbed everyone else in the back.
That guy, he has been backstabbing. He probably backstabbed himself. He would
I remember making that joke.
Yeah, he would backstab himself.
I'm out of people to stab.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
That's it for our comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We're back to a regularly scheduled program because we finally got those new episodes of Gotchard and King Oger last night or this morning, depending on how literal you are with the time zone. But so yeah, back to Wednesdays and Thursdays. Gotchard and King Oger. We're still doing build on Sundays, but we are moving Blazer to Mondays starting this week. So there's that. So Blazer on Mondays, Gotchard and King Oger on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Sundays we are doing Kamen Rider build. And yes, I think after this next week will be the last Saturday where we're doing Blazar, because we will finally be caught up next Tuesday. Well, next Monday. So that's it.
Are we almost at the end of Blazar?
Yeah, we are almost at the end of Blazar. It's like a perfect finish.
Wow. Like I still say there could be more, but
yeah, no, okay. I know. I mean, look, the description for that episode, for that special episode that aired on Friday is listed as like what secrets are being held as Blazar enters the climax of his battle. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to interpret that other than it's almost over.
Again, I feel like there could be so much more with Blazar.
Yeah, it's good, but it can be better. But with that said, also check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews, video game news. Last night we did the 1994 film The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. So be sure to check that out. And next Saturday we will be doing, this upcoming Saturday, we will be doing Crow 2, City of Angels, which featured the final acting role of the late and definitely not least Twee Trang. So if you're a Power Rangers fan, definitely check that out. Just for our girl Trini once and always.
The only highlight of that movie, honestly.
And if you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram on the Sim Friends. I post random funny content. I do drawings and commissions of any character, Sentai Riders, and commissions are always welcome and fair.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. I haven't forgotten my promise. I will start doing Mega Man hopefully this week. If I can get my rigs set up. Jack in. Mega Man. Download.
Now remind me, is it Flame Man or is it Torch Man that is the lighter?
Wait.
Or is that Fire
the
Man?
lighter one?
Yeah, the lighter.
I think it's Heat Man.
Oh, it's Heat Man. Okay, yeah. All right,
because Torchman was the first one he had.
Yeah,
the one where it's like,
but it's not the same though. It's not the same.
No.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, he kind of died, and then was replaced with Heat Man, who is a lighter.
Who is a lighter, and I thought that was really cool.
But then Torchman came back somehow.
Can navies really die? Like can they?
I mean, they can be deleted.
But completely, I mean, there's only the background.
Yeah. In any case, thank you guys. Stay safe, stay hydrated, update emergency kits, hug your loved ones. And if you just finished ALA, get home safely, because whether you took a plane, a car, a train, a boat, definitely get home safely and whatnot. Yeah. And one last thing. Yes, I will be at Pasadena Comic-Con 2 weeks. No, wait. 3 weeks from now, and he might be there too. So
come up and
definitely say hi
us.
to us if
Yes,
you're
please.
interested.
Please.
Yeah, so, like we're more than happy to see you guys in person. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye
Bye.
everyone. Take care.